Who's starting?
You are,
I'm
Richard.
starting. I'll start, and I'll start with something I want to finish.
Let's
I
go.
want to start and finish with this one thought. All of you people everywhere,
Yeah.
please get off Mike Sullivan's back. Leave him alone. He's going to be just fine. Oh, I see a little doubt in your mind. I love it.
You sure about that? What? Why are
What?
we
Was he
supposed?
just fired or something?
No, why are we supposed to believe that Mike Sullivan is going to be just fine if? And I don't want to start off negative, but this falls in line kind of with the Steelers. We keep being told and told and told and told it's going to improve. Where's the meat to all of this?
Well, the meat is in the talent. The bottom line is the players have to play. Okay. And what you have, in my opinion, right now is you have a lot of talent on that team coming together. You turned over 50% of your roster.
Right.
Right? And so what you have now, you're talking about the first 7 games of the season. I think these guys have to figure it out and find their way on how great individual talent can form and mold into a great team. So, what 3-5 becomes 1, right? And that's what I think you're seeing right now. I'm really, really excited about the team. I'm really excited about. I don't think Mike Sullivan is the problem, and I don't think there is a problem, frankly, other than coming together as a team.
Just working the kinks out and figuring it out and playing
100%.
with new people and all of that.
100%. Now, we can leave that topic and we can talk about, so the controversy you mentioned was similar to almost like the Matt Canada thing, right?
Right.
Because you are hearing those calls from Mike Sullivan right now. People are disgruntled already. 7 games into the season. Come on. But it is a parallel to the fire Matt Canada. I think here's what I say to that. It ain't happening.
No, neither one of them is happening. There'd be more apt to be a change in the hockey coach than the Steelers offensive coordinator.
Well, yes. Kyle is here. He knows what he's doing. I'm not. No, that's not going to happen. Mike Sullivan's not going anywhere, and I don't think it's more likely that he would than Matt Canada. Matt Canada now might be next year, but there is no way in the world they're taking a 4-2 team and going to flip the whole switch on that and turn it around and fire their offensive coordinator. It just ain't happening.
So are we in a good place or are we in a bad place for Pittsburgh?
I think we're in a good place. You know what? I think we're in a good place. And here's the thing. It comes down to exactly what I said, in my opinion. The players have to play the game. And what you saw, the difference you saw in Matt Canada's second quarter or second half calls, they weren't really all that different, but the team played. They played with a lot more aggression. They played with more passion. They played with desire. They played like they really wanted. They played hard. And so that to me was the difference. Not Matt Canada, calling a dive play or a screen or an RPO. None of that. That didn't matter. They executed each of those plays with fervor, in my opinion.
I thought the fourth quarter was the highlight of his career to this point, Matt Canada.
Absolutely.
But to your point, did he do much different than he's done all along, or did what he do just work because the players hit on it?
I don't know that it just worked. It didn't just work. I think the players, he's got the talent. He's definitely got the talent on the team, not individually. He's got the talent.
I have the question of the week for you. Do you want to hear this? This is the question for you to ponder of the whole week.
Is this about Deontay?
No, it's about Matt Canada a little bit. It's about Matt Canada a lot, actually. So Matt Canada, they showed the booth on the touchdown. Matt Canada was just celebrating and yelling and screaming and going crazy. Do you think that was calculated because so many people made so much of his non-emotion before? So he said, listen, if we score, I'm selling this one so people don't think I've got no life here. I think he may have practiced it.
No. I don't think there was one bit of that contrived. Not a bit. Not an ounce, not a bit. I think, listen, How would you like to be? I mean, that's what Matt Canada has, one of 32 jobs in the world.
I agree to that.
So, one of 32 jobs. And he knows he's getting pounded. He's getting pounded. And he knows, regardless of what we think, he knows that his job security is tenuous at best if he doesn't perform, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a game of sports. It's a game of wins and losses. And that's its only measurement. So I believe that that showed Matt Canada's really feeling the pressure and that he was absolutely relieved. I think he saw all the things come together that he's tried to get to come together. And I think it was 100% organic. I think I thought it was great that he did that.
Oh, I thought it was great too.
Yeah. I don't think it had anything to do with trying to appear a certain way. I think the way he tried to appear was just to be real, and he was.
It felt like the pot bubbling over with exhaustion and celebration and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know if it was contrived, but it was noticeably different. I wonder if they can keep it up. It's not a good business model to be terrible for 3 quarters and then really good for 1.
Well, don't forget, you have a new quarterback. Okay.
Well,
you've got a new quarterback. I give you the fact that, it's his second year. I get that, but he's a relatively new quarterback, and and I'm not going to put it all at his feet either. I believe a lot of it, like the Penguins, these guys learning to work together, the offensive line coming together. You got a rookie on the offensive line at left tackle. You have a lot of things going on. I love our linebackers, our inside guys. I love them. I love our outside guys. Joey Porter is going to be a star. So I think our defense is stout. I really do. And I think that I might have said that before the season even started, because that's the design. And I hate actually saying this because people say, well, that's not what the Pittsburgh Steelers are. Listen, that was 30 years ago. Pittsburgh Steelers are today what they want to be. They can be a running team, run pass. They can be a pass run. Doesn't matter. There's one thing I disagree with, and I know we talk a lot about, and I know Mike talks a lot about splash plays and the importance of them. I'm here to disagree with that.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. How many plays do you think there are in a game? 50 per team?
On each side, yeah. Oh, at least, yeah.
On each side. So 50. So you run 25 runs, 25 passes roughly. So average 50 plays on one particular team. So splash plays. How many splash plays do you think would be normal? 2?
2 or 3, 4 tops.
Yeah. So my philosophy in business and everything is you play the percentage of, I want the 80%. Let me go do 80% of the things flawlessly, and I'll sacrifice that splash play. I don't care if I fumble. I do everything else. I execute the 80% of the time, or the 90% of the time. I execute. And the only way splash plays come in, to my view, is if the rest of that 80 or 90% is questionable, and then the splash play makes a difference. So I'm not a big splash play guy. I love them. I think they're wonderful. They're emotion shifters. They're great, but I don't think I would depend on them, and I don't think I would emphasize them as much as the execution of the other 80 or 90%.
You have a very good point, and I probably agree with you here. The even as the league has evolved in a different manner, all the times the Pittsburgh Steelers have had success throughout any year, any vintage, any time, any coach, it's been rather boring.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way. That's the key to success with this football team too, I think, is boring.
I don't think so. I think this team is a lot more exciting. I do.
Well,
I think this team, 80% of this team, I think it's exciting. I think, show me a George Pickens. I'll take George Pickens over Antonio Brown today.
But I'll tell you this. We can talk offense all we want. We can talk splash plays and all of that. There are times, seemingly in every game, that TJ Watt, the games are successful, that TJ Watt puts the whole franchise on his shoulders and makes a play that few in the world can make. And he did it again the other day. That almost has to happen for them to be successful every week.
But that, to me, isn't a splash play. That's who he is. The splash play is something to me. No, that's who he is. You're right.
So he's that much better. Your point is well taken. He's that much
Yeah.
better than everyone else. It's just a regular play for him.
100%. 100%, yes. Not even a question. And, you can talk to me about Micah and the comparisons I've seen with Micah. No. Give me TJ Watt, baby. Give me that guy.
That's an interesting way to look at it. That's not above his level or a great play. It's just he's that much better than everyone else. It's a normal play for him. Again,
I've said this 20 times. TJ Watt, he's from another planet.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
100%. And that's a Mike Tomlin quote, by the way.
Oh, it certainly is.
But
true.
So yes, he is that much better. What else?
Back to the Penguins.
Oh boy.
You're the one that brought him up, not me. The regular season, though, in hockey is, I don't want to say meaningless, but the regular season is so, it doesn't mean all that much.
It has to. You have to, the top 8 places, it has to mean something.
That's all it means. You just need to find your way into the playoffs. That's it.
Yes, but if you're playing well throughout, the fact of the matter is then it would be conceivable to think you'll continue to play well through the playoffs. If you just limp into the playoffs, what would make you think that you can play to the level of a true Stanley Cup champion and win that cup? What would make you think? Bad habits are created in good times, good habits are created in bad times. You cannot expect to limp into the playoffs, come away victorious when you've struggled all year. Odds on that statistic are probably pretty low, actually.
I just look at hockey as a sport that is the officiating and the way it's called and the way it's played is so much different in the playoffs. Find your way in, and then it shuffles all around again, and they put them all in a sifter.
As much as I love you, I have to disagree. There is no such thing as find your way in. You can't find your way in.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Oh my God, you're making my heart hurt.
Would you have traded Evgeny Malkin before the season if you could have gotten a lot for him?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Depends on what I had for him. But
he's playing very good.
Yeah, he's playing awesome.
He is. He's playing very good. So I don't know.
But if you look at it, if you look at it on paper and you say, okay, well, I've got these other guys. So maybe if I give up one and I get back part of the future, but I don't think that was the play. I think the play was we want to win now. And we want to win now.
Better win now. If they don't win now, the building's going to be empty. People are going to be mad.
Building's never going to be empty.
Oh, this is a big debate.
No, building's never going to be empty.
The minute that the big three don't play and aren't there, they're going to struggle to get fans.
No, don't think so. Don't think so. I don't think so at all. There's a love affair with this team. No, I don't think so. The only thing I'd like to see is I'd like to see Mario have a presence there sometimes. I know he's not part of the team anymore, but I would like to see him have a presence there. I think that's a connection for the city that really we need.
I agree with that. I think that's a logical connection. It has to happen, and it should happen. And whatever fences need to be mended, that should work right now. With the new ownership group of Mario.
Right, and by the way, isn't Mike Sullivan from the Boston area?
He is.
And the ownership group is from Boston?
They are.
I think Mike Sullivan's a good guy, good coach. He's going to be just fine.
Okay, well then who goes further this year? The Penguins or the Steelers?
Oh, that's not really.
What do you mean? That's a very pertinent question.
It's really not.
How so?
Well, because I want to eat apples and you want to eat oranges.
No. Who goes further?
Who goes further?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll be honest with you. I that's a tough question. I think the Penguins have the potential to go all the way, and I think the Steelers have the potential to go all the way too. I still think that.
I think the Penguins actually will because they have star power, and I think these are just early season struggles, and I think they'll get it together. I don't know if they're going to win a Stanley Cup, but I think they'll get it together and be okay. I think the Steelers are going to struggle still to make the playoffs.
I think this is. I'll be honest with you. If you can postpone that question for me for 1 week, I would like to.
I thought you were going to ask me to postpone it till the end of the regular season.
No. No, but I would like 1 week to see what the result of last week's success is. I would like to see if they are really able to use that as a catalyst, or if it was just an anomaly and they just happened to win the game.
Good call. There are a lot of teams that play well when they're backed into the corner. You find out what a team's about when they can start to ride the crest a little bit and see if they're good or not. And that's where the Steelers are right now.
Yeah. So if you can give me 1 week, I would appreciate it. And then of course, win or lose the following week, we as fans, we're already on to the next week, and we still hope that the Steelers will show us something different than they've showed us. And they did show it second half, and more specifically the fourth quarter. But here's the problem with that, showing it. It tells me they have it. They have it to show. So if they have it to show in the fourth quarter, then damn it, come on back out and let's do it again in the first, second, third quarters, right? Because you have it. And if you can't show it, even after you just did, what's that say?
Yeah, I agree with you there. They need to come out hot against Jacksonville. And a Jacksonville team that traditionally plays the Steelers really well, especially here. So,
okay, one final thought, if you don't mind.
Let's hear it.
I know you have a hard.
No, we're good. We're good.
All right. So one final thought. I have great relationship, personal relationship, and everything with Phil. Tell me what Phil's future looks like in your opinion, because I'm so hopeful that you're going to say something that is positive.
I'd like to say something gigantically positive, but it's tough. I think Phil's body, because of how big it is, he's a gargantuan guy, yes. Phil Dracovic. Yeah. I think in a way it just got beat up beyond repair. And it's not as crisp, it's not as quick, and it's not as fleet as it once was. And you have to remember it's his 6th year. So he would essentially be, under traditional standards, 2nd year in the pros. So you take all those hits, and that's where you are in the regular normal timeline. I just think he got beat up. I think going to Boston College, it was good to get out of Notre Dame. He needed to. But he went to a school where the offensive line just got him killed. And his body deteriorated.
So you think there's really something to that? But what's his future look like, Colin, do you think?
He's going to have to go to combine and just absolutely wow people. Which
Can
is a tough.
Can he go to the combine without being drafted?
He could. Yeah. Oh yeah, you do that beforehand. He could go and he could have a bunch of workouts. He's going to have private workouts, but he'll have to go into a camp or somewhere as a free agent. I mean, he's not going to get drafted, but he's going to have to wow people at his workouts to show. First of all, he's going to have to take off 20 pounds. Second of all, he's going to have to show that he's a little fleet of foot. And third of all, he's going to have one team take a chance on him to say we can resurrect him.
Why do you think he has to take off 20 pounds?
Because I think that's part of his body getting beat up and being beat up right now, his inability to escape and to move around. He can take the hits and not get hurt, but he can't avoid them as much anymore.
Is he the backup? Or is he third?
We haven't found out because they haven't had to go to it. But something tells me if they got in a jam, they'd put him in the game.
Yeah, I hope so. And I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. But if that did happen, I would really hope and wish that he just rocks. I want him to do well. He and his family are just such good people. And I'm really, really want good things for him.
Yeah, it's one of the craziest stories I can remember. It really.
Yeah, it is. And I think you make really good points. And hey, like you said, if he wants it bad enough, he does go and he gets a private trainer and just starts to really rock. And where can he go? The Bartolos have a place, right?
Oh, he could go. He has connections. He spent time in Florida before when he was in between schools. He has a million places he could go to. The guy in New Jersey has trained him. A bunch of different people.
But like what? What's the DeBartolo company?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about their training.
Eddie Jr. started something, and I forget what it is, and he's in Tampa. I'd reach out for him if I had to. I'd do anything for him. I really would. He's a good guy. Wow. Anyway, Yeah, good guy. And he will do well if he wants it. He's got to want it.
Steelers beat Jacksonville, yes or no?
Hell yes.
I'm not going to go hell yes, but I will say, yeah, I think they are. Another ugly win, 16-13.
There is no ugly win.
They're just wins. You're right. Okay.
All right, boy, we were.
I'll